Oh, here goes your gadget. Okay. I don't know where to put it.
What do you want me to do?
Oh.
You want me to put it over here?
Somewhere.
Hi.
I don't know. Hello, people.
Welcome.
Come on in. Waiting for it to pop up.
IJS. We're live.
Hello, hello.
I'm just saying. Okay. All right.
Please announce yourself when you get here. How you got it already?
I don't know.
It's not even on mine.
It's just one up. I'm about to say we are live.
Yes. We're waiting. We're waiting. Here we are.
There now.
You got it already?
Yeah, I'm posting it.
How you get it?
I don't know. I just. Okay. So Danny is the first to comment. He wins something because he's the first. So you win this beautiful
My
lady right
love.
here. Yes. Yeah. Nobody else can have her now.
He
It's
like-
over. He won.
Yeah, you can have me before.
Hey.
I don't get down like that.
I'm just joking.
Hi, Keisha.
Hello. So yeah, everybody come in and say that you're here.
We're giving y'all a chance.
Yes.
To come on in
Say
with us.
hello. We got a juicy topic today.
Yes, you guys. Those angry and bitter people. Come on in. Mad.
I was there too.
Yeah,
I
mad at your
understand.
ex or your present. Come on, somebody.
Come on.
We're gonna help you out.
Yes, if you mad.
I see somebody else done chimed in.
Okay.
Hello, whoever just joined us.
Whoever just joined us.
It's Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Hello, whoever just
We hope you can survive with us today, Whitney.
whoever just joined us.
Okay, that's me. I'm sorry. I just like hearing my voice.
I love Whitney. I just want to let that be known.
Okay, I don't.
She's sweet. I love her.
Who is? Do
I just
know
seen Whitney. Whitney is Solana's cousin. Solana,
Oh, okay.
Solana and Lil Chado's cousin.
Okay. Just because you connected, I love you too. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna get started in a minute. Hang in there. Some of you may leave us before we end. You know, I like the opportunity to walk away and leave too when stuff is said that kind of slaps me in the face. I just, because sometimes you're not ready to deal with it. You know, we don't know where the segment's gonna go, you guys, but
That's why you can always watch it later. It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay.
Today we're talking about forgiveness in relationships, past and present.
Yeah.
Romantic relationships. So our exes should be scared. No, I'm just kidding.
That means you
Just
gotta
kidding.
forgive your baby daddy,
Oh goodness.
your ex-boyfriend, your
yeah.
baby mama. You know all that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. I'm gonna behave. I am.
You know, some people don't want to forgive their baby mama or baby daddy. So.
Ooh, we gonna help you out. Why? I shouldn't say we people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some things I just cannot talk about because ooh.
I'll talk about some people. I have your back.
Tasha will help you out. Okay, now I'm gonna get started, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna get started. We're 3 minutes in.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful episode of IJS. I'm just saying. I am Yolanda. For those who don't know, you're not friends with me on Facebook. I'm Yolanda Williams, Nicole Bright, right here. My
Hello.
BFF. And today our topic is, like I've said before, forgiveness. We're on part 2. If you missed one, you can always go back to our videos and watch them. And I think first of all we want to discuss, before I jump into my normal spiel, the fact that last week we had some technicalities and we were thrown out of our normal spoiled element because our camera guy is so amazing and we were thrown out of that
Yes.
element. So we thought that last week we didn't give you our best, and it's things that happens that we cannot control, but you can tell that we felt we were off our game. So
Right.
and a lot of you said, oh, you guys did great, whatever, and we thought we didn't agree with that, but So, because we're spoiled.
thank you.
I mean, look at us this week. We're all bright, have our names there. I mean, we're
Oh my
spoiled,
God,
people.
yes,
Come on
the
now.
lighting
Come on.
is right.
Come on now. Okay, so we are promoting this week. Tasha, you know how long it's been since I tried to get this person out here? I have been waiting. This week, we are promoting Have a Ball Planning. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Have a Ball Planning. Party planning needs, okay, can be met at Have a Ball Planning. You can email her at haveaballplanning at gmail.com or on Facebook at Have a Ball Planning. And this business, black owned by my very own founder and CEO, Norma Williams.
All right, Norma.
My sister-in-law.
All right.
Okay, and I just so happy to, y'all know I'm gonna help y'all out because y'all know during the week as we promote Have a Ball Planning, I'm gonna be putting things up there so you will know what the kind of things that she does and what she offers and things like that. But I don't know if there's one. I'm just gonna give you, since we're talking about her today, I'm just gonna give you just a little bit of spiel. I don't even know if she does or not. Even though she does the planning, your party planning needs, people, she has planned and did my wedding. She did my wedding and she planned it and had the rehearsals and everything, and on top of actually doing the ceremony. So she is, because I know her personally, and not only that, I have actually utilized her services, okay? Because sometimes when you relate to people, y'all know how y'all get down. You're cutting corners. You're doing all type of stuff just because that's your family. They're going to take it, throwing it. But she actually was very professional. I'm very, very big on that. And I'm the type of person, I don't just because you're my family, whatever. No, I'm big on professionalism. I figure that if you want something, a service or whatever, you should get what you pay for.
That's right.
And I think that she did. I don't think I know because I was a partaker of it. It was my wedding day. And she made it very, very special. But I'm going to give y'all information on her throughout the week. It's my pleasure and my honor to promote her this week. Have a Ball Planning. Norma Williams, okay, people. Hello to Kayla. Kayla has joined us. Yes. Okay, so y'all keep that in mind. Because one thing about it is, though, if you somebody that's strict on and you like professionalism, my sister-in-law's about her business. Let me tell you, because she gonna tell you when it comes to a point of business and friends and all that. My wedding that went out the door. She didn't care who was late or whoever. Are you in your spot? Well, why weren't you in your spot? You know you're supposed to be. She don't care who it is. She gets it done. She gets it done. I'm just telling y'all the truth. She gets it done. Okay, so before we talk about getting to our subject on today, remember that the things that we talk about is not a one-fits-all, okay? Use wisdom and where you apply these things that we talk about, because as you know, if you are not new to this particular page of IJS, you know that what we talk about, the things that we say is how we feel predominantly. Okay? Yeah. It's definitely our opinion. I'm just saying, okay? And so we will answer questions for those that are new here. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to watch us. We hope you enjoy it and go back and look at some other videos that may help you out. Okay, so I didn't get a chance last week to actually read you what psychologists, how they define forgiveness. Okay, and I want to backtrack, people. I didn't give you that last week. So, psychologist defines forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or a group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning the offense. Ooh. Now. And since we're talking about relationships now, some of y'all got mad right there. I feel it. I send my spirit. So Tasha, let's kick it off. Kick it off while I put my fleshly thoughts into subjection. Hallelujah.
Wow. Okay.
Praise God.
Well,
Praise God.
We are going to start with past relationships and forgiving past loves, baby daddies, baby mama, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife, all that kind of stuff, So we're going to start with that, because not that you have to truly forgive them in order to be in a healthy relationship now, but it really does help. It really does help. And we talked about that before we went on. Okay, so first of all, I want to just say that this, to me personally, is harder to do to forgive someone from the past that's wronged you, that you moved on from, than the person you're in a relationship with right now. And the reason I say that is I personally know when you move on from somebody, sometimes you cut them off, you try to forget about them, you don't be thinking about them, and you're not even aware that you still got some kind of feelings.
I agree.
You know, if you don't have kids with this person maybe, and you don't deal with them anymore, you don't even see them anymore, they're not in your life at all, sometimes you don't even know you have these feelings. So you got to be very careful and back up and think about Tony or Rick or Scott. And think about it. Like, are you still holding those feelings of resentment? And we already talked about just because you forgive somebody does not say that what they did is all right. Him cheating with Felicia, that wasn't right.
What right? Ooh,
No, that wasn't right. And she lived next door, you know. That wasn't right.
Oh.
So you forgiving that person is really to open up yourself to new things, new relationships, new loves. And sometimes when you holding on to that and holding on to what they did, you build what walls. This brick right here is for a cheater. This brick right here is for someone that lies to me. This brick right here is for someone that mentally abused me. This brick right here is because he hit me. All those bricks you building up because of all those past hurts, they add up, and then you form a wall in the new relationship. What will happen? That man, that woman got a wall to get through.
A whole bunch of.
So let's just deal with now, because there's things that seems unforgettable. Let me list some things, then Yolanda can talk a little. Okay, unforgivable. He hit me. Unforgivable. He mentally abused me. He told me I was fat, dumb, stupid, and was never going to amount to anything, him or her. Okay? Unforgivable. He cheated with my sister. He cheated with my whoever, my best friend, the woman I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? A cheater. Okay? Those things, those three things seems very unforgettable, right? So let's talk about how we can forgive some of those things. See how I threw it back at her? She wanted me to start, so I'm going to throw it back in her court. I'll take it back, though. I'll take it back.
I just want to say that because I am a participant in the forgiving of the past, and just like the other one, I'm going to say the same thing. I think that it's steps. I think that there's steps because, and I'm going to say that because once you forgive the cheating, you may forgive that, and then it kind of, you thought you forgive it, kind of creep back on you. Then you forgive the cheating, and totality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As just the cheating, not totality,
Yeah.
and just the cheating part. But then you start having the replays of the things that were done because you were cheating, the little things on the side. Okay, and so then you get fired all up again. You see what I'm saying? So it's steps, and it takes time to forgive a person for cheating, because
I'm going to chime in with the cheating, because the biggest thing for me was, when it happened to me, it was like, why? Like, was I doing something wrong? Is it something I've done? You know, why did you do this? And I got to let you people know that you have to forgive even if you don't know why.
Yep. I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy, and I said that when I did our reminder that it's healthy for the soul and the mind to forgive, and we talked about last week, which we hit a little bit on, about when you don't forgive, how it hoards other things within. Okay, and then you end up acting out in ways, and like she said, you're taking the other relationship and you're accusing them of other things you haven't forgave and dealt with. You know,
What
forgiving the
happened?
person of what they did and things like this. Now, and I just from personal experience, that's all I can say is that it just takes time. It just takes time,
It does.
because you know, and especially even I can't speak on like one incident versus a lengthy experience of somebody cheating on you for a whole length of time versus one episode. I don't know, but it's just not I just forgive you, and you know, because you go through the emotions of so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, it bothers you even more because some of you may agree with me with this, that you trying to forgive that person, but also you mad at yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't catch when you was doing. You see what I'm saying?
I feel dumb, stupid,
right?
blind.
Because for one, I didn't catch the signs of what you was doing when you were doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got away with this for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was with you and this and that. So you start. So a lot of that plays into it too, because I started. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at yourself like, how you going? And then I told y'all my personal feeling is about this is, if I give to you 110% of me, and that wasn't enough for you, and you still went out, there's nothing more I can give you. There's nothing more I can give you. And so if you're giving your 110% and then that wasn't enough for the person when they still went out, then you know what I'm saying? So you just struggle and deal with so many different things. And it's not only about them and their transgression, it's also about you, how you feel about yourself. You pull that into that. Then you get angry all over again for that, whatever, because you know what I'm saying, you give your faith and your everything to a person because you trust them. So your trust is all messed up. You know, you don't trust your judgment. Come on, somebody.
That was my biggest thing.
You
not
don't trust
trusting
your
my
judgment,
own judgment
no more.
Once I moved on, I'm thinking, okay, so obviously I didn't know what was going on. I don't, I thought I was tight with God. I thought God was going to just miraculously give me a billboard and say, oh, this and that is happening. Yeah. But that didn't happen. So it made me question everything, to be honest. It made me question my relationship with God, my relationship with who I was as a person. Like, okay, what am I doing? What am I not doing? And obviously it questioned my judgment. Like, in order to trust this person, who was I? The things I had to put down in order to trust this person. Because sometimes you put things down. You put down some of your self-respect. You put down some things in order to trust your instinct. You put that down.
Now that's one thing I did not do in the midst of being done this way. I did not change who I was. I was being who I was. I was true to who I was.
Okay, that's wonderful.
And I think that but you know what though, even if I had altered myself to be with this person wanted at that time, that wouldn't have been enough either.
No,
it wouldn't have been enough either.
It's never enough because it's not. It's
their
truly about
mindset,
them.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's their mind. It's what you want to do. It's your mindset. That's what you.
Right.
That's what you wanted. So I had to forgive. I had to forgive you for being, for your transgression against me, and I had to forgive myself for not allowing myself to see you for who you really are.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I said this before, because y'all know relationship I don't consider to be my big thing to talk about. But in thinking about a person, sometimes we can be with a person, and I promise you, you can love them so much and see so much in them, whatever, and in your mind, you see them as for what you want them to be.
There you go.
And it's not so. It's not so. They are who they are, and who they are showing you is who they are. But in your mind, you see something different. So we take that and we get mad, and sometimes it's not always something. Now, some men do deceive us. Let's not mistake what I'm saying. But sometimes they're not deceiving us. It's just because your perception was all wrong. You saw what you wanted to see, what you believe, what you wanted to see, and that's not who they were. And how you can tell? How can you tell that, Yolanda? Let me help you out and tell you this. Some years will go down the road. Okay, some years have passed, and you look back and you see that person being exactly who they were.
Oh my God!
Come on, somebody. Then you know. Then you won't know.
And they were that person when you were with them.
Then you won't know. Yes. When they're away some years, I'm telling you, because that's something they do subconsciously. That's who they are. And so when you look back some years and you say, "Why you still the same way you ended?" You know what I'm saying? They have not changed. They were being true to who they were. My perception of it.
And guess what?
I was trying to make it something that wasn't.
Blind with your love and how you feel about them.
Yeah.
Those emotions that you had for them.
Right. So I got to apologize to myself, because I didn't look at what you were bluntly and honestly showing me who you were, who you were, and so you know what I'm saying. So forgive, like I said, it comes strong. Now let me tell you the part about forgiveness that's hard when you do forgive and people want to bring it up from the past. Now see, this was what I got a problem with, Tasha. I done forgave you, I done moved on, but then sometimes you get in your feelings and you want to bring stuff up. I don't want to talk about that when I forgave you, whatever. Since you want to bring it up, You want to start this all over
let's
again?
go there.
Yeah.
Let's
You see
go
what I'm saying? I don't like doing that, people. I'm not a big one. People, you talk to me about something, let's leave it there. Let's leave that alone, whatever. But when you feel offended about something, you want to bring up something old that I done forgave and forgot, and then we try to live from the now on
Try
or
to
whatever.
put in
But
the sea
since
of
you gonna go
unforgiveness.
there, since you want to do it,
We're gonna go there, right? And I'm on the destroy what I feel like is a myth, and people always talk about this, like, okay, the reason why people cheat and you even have to forgive them is because maybe it's not all their fault, it's something you're doing wrong. No. Okay, so listen to this. You meet up with a person, right? Mm-hmm. You're having a relationship with them. You give with who you are, and they give who they are. Mm-hmm. Okay, and if you are not enough, they need to move on. So-called, it's not your fault what they do. They have free will. They have choices. Mm-hmm. So if you're not giving them something they so-called need, that does not give them the permission to go out and do anything. That is just them knowing where they're at, knowing what they need, and then they need to go somewhere else. But they don't have to cheat in order to do it.
But why would you?
Why
you can't? If you're gonna be bold enough to go out and cheat and do this, why can't you be bold enough, man or woman enough, to let the person go?
Yeah, just let them go.
If they ain't fulfilling the need, then let them have some
go.
respect for the person. Let them go. Let them go before you do this to them.
So it's just forgiveness, like she was saying. It is a time, and you know what? 5 years can go along, and you still don't forgive because it's what you do during that time as well. Mm-hmm. When you're choosing to forgive, it's an ongoing choice. It's an ongoing process for you to do it. You choose it every day.
Oh, and I want to hit on, because I feel this, because I'm a person. I'm a deep thinker. Sometimes I think too deep and shouldn't be doing it. But look. How do we forgive? Okay, this is what I want to get into. How do you actually forgive? You want to start the process of forgiveness. How do you do that? Mm-hmm. I want to address this. Now, this gonna hurt, y'all. I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt me to say it to you. It really is. But for me to get to the point of forgiveness, I literally had to sit down with myself and be true and honest to myself that this hurt. When such and such happened and this person did this hurt. You know, and sometimes it's hard for us to humble ourselves and to admit that it hurts. Everybody want to be so strong, and you know, when I want to really deal with it. So I had to sit to myself and say, okay, when this happened, this hurt. And then I had to go along with all the things I had went through before I actually said, okay, that's enough, and then decided to go. You know what I'm saying? How throughout the time of the years, however what the time frame was, I had to look at each indiscretion, okay, individually, and pour it out. Why? Because I don't want to consider myself as being healed and forgive you, and then I get side punched with something that I did not deal with or see coming, then I'm right back to square one. I like total and whole. I'm all about that total and whole, wholeness, and I want it in its completion. Okay, I don't want to deal with half of what you did, and then I'm down the road. I thought I forgave you, whatever, and then I get sideswiped because it's a part I didn't want to deal with. And then it comes up whatever I have to deal with it, and then I'm right back where give it to me. So I gotta sit there and you think about those things. You think about what that person did behind your back when they was gone. They told you they was going this place, whatever. They was really going here, and you know what I'm saying. You think about all this stuff, whatever, and you give yourself time, process that stuff, deal with that stuff. This is how you forgive, and then once that stuff lose power over you. You know what I'm saying? You no longer get angry and want to call the person or text the person or now we got social media, whatever. Everybody put their feelings on Facebook, put them on Facebook, blast them out on Facebook and all that. When you lose that aggressive nature, aggressiveness of anger, then you know that the healing is beginning. You get into that part to where I can truly and honestly say that I have forgiven you. Right. Because that aggression is gone. Not saying that I accepted and it's okay for what you did, because there's no excuse and there's no reason. I don't care how you was feeling, what you was going through in your life. I don't care about none of that. That was wrong, and that is the end. Okay, that it was wrong. But I'm just saying the fact that I have to let this bitterness and this anger go within me, get it off of me, so I can be whole and I can be free mentally and physically and all that. And I'm releasing that. I'm releasing all that bitterness and all that stuff that I had against you. I'm releasing that so I can be free. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
you still wrong. You're gonna be wrong 20 years from now. You
All
still
day
wrong for
long,
what you
all day
did.
long.
There's nothing that can erase that. Okay, there's nothing that can erase that. You're still
Yeah.
wrong. I don't care what day of the week it is, what year it is. You
Wrong.
are wrong still, but I forgave you.
And when someone physically or mentally abuses you, how do you deal with that? And the biggest thing with dealing with that is shining truth on the situation. And when you shine truth on situations and you see what truly happened, forgiveness really can reign. I know it helped me. Like when I really seen the big picture and the whole picture, and it wasn't just about what that person did, but it was about what I did, and the big picture, then you can truly forgive because you truly see the situation once you outside of it. That's why it's so important once you leave that situation to deal with your feelings.
Yes. Hi to Mia. I used to work with Mia in Ohio. Oh, I miss you, Mia. Believe me, I want to come back. Danny says people don't want to let you go when they cheat because if you're good at taking care of them, they don't want to let that go for you to go and be with someone else, even though you're not satisfying their needs all the way.
So
Ooh.
they want you.
Shallow.
They don't want you, but they want parts of you.
Right.
They want parts of
Right.
you, and what they're not getting from you, they're
The
gonna go out
benefits
and
of
get
it.
it from somebody else.
The benefits of it. He said they don't want to let you go.
benefits.
They don't
It's
want to
like
let you
what
go when you, right.
Right. They just want to use you for
Right.
what you can do for them. But no. They must not know what goes around comes back around.
Oh, so much harder.
And
So much harder.
And see, when Danny said that, it's to learn the truth of what was happening in the relationship that will really help you give forgiveness, because you be like, okay, I see what they were doing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And dealing with that truth, will help you know that what happened, but you know what? I'm still standing. I'm still walking forward. I still have power within what God has shown me to do within the situation, and you'll be okay. Nobody can break you
Right.
but yourself.
Right.
Nobody can. So you just got to keep going, and keep forgiving, because forgiveness is cleansing.
It is. Very much so.
It helps mental health.
Very much
mental
so.
health. So when you forgive, you are cleansing yourself of all those negative feelings. You are releasing it into the atmosphere. And the way you release it is by forgiving and not saying that it was okay. And that was
No.
the biggest thing I held
No.
on to things, because I felt like if I let go, that's saying that it's okay. That's giving them a pass. No.
Yep.
It's not.
That's what people feel. That's I think that's one of the top reasons why people don't forgive.
Yeah.
Because they feel that way.
Yeah. They feel like they got power with holding on to it, holding over somebody's head. That's not power. That's bitterness. So when you release, that's true power. That's empowering yourself
Yes.
when you release.
Yes.
So that's true power there. And that empowers you to do all kinds of things that you couldn't do when you were holding on to it. So just let go. So let's talk about a little bit about present relationships.
Yes. Present relationship forgiveness, like you said, is a little bit difficult because you're with the person. You see them in all their beautifulness. Amen. And
Right.
you forgive and you still gotta see them versus you can leave them across town. You gotta be there. You gotta be involved.
They did something yesterday, you forgive them. Then they're going to do something tomorrow, you forgive them.
Now let me tell you something, because I gotta remind y'all on the way I feel. If you do something to me and I don't tell you
Okay.
that it offended me or that it hurt me,
Uh-huh.
you continuously do it. That's on me. I take all of that. That's on
Right.
me. That's my fault.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If I tell you, you offended me, you hurt me when you did this, this bothers me, this takes me to another place, whatever it may be, people, however you express your feelings that something's not right with you and it don't make you feel good, okay? And I tell you that, and you continuously do what I say offended or bothered me,
Right.
in my mind, it tells me that you don't give a crap about the way I feel.
Right.
That's exactly what it tells me. Because when you did not know, that was on me. But when I have told you, and you continuously do that thing, that means you don't care. Okay? So, I am overly expressive. I got this way because of past situations and relationships where I held a lot in was not good for me because I exploded and turned into a monster. Now, believe it or not, I have done some very, very evil things because I was taken to that place. Now, I chose not to do that at some point in my life.
Right.
because I didn't want to be that way. Okay, so I'm very expressive. So when I say something is bothering me, something's wrong, something that you're doing is not right, or you know,
Right.
whatever, and I'm quick to forgive. Now I had to learn forgiveness. By the way, I had to learn that, and that's not nothing that my mama taught me either. I learned that from somebody I was with, how to actually apologize and say, "Well, you forgive me for this or whatever," and point out the wrong that I have done.
Yeah.
They taught me that.
Right.
But when I express that, and you do the same thing, continue to do the same thing, tell me you don't give a care. Okay, so when you feel this way, let me tell you, forgiveness with coming into it's kind of hard to do, because now you're feeling like you're not listening to me, one, and number two, you don't care about my feelings because I already expressed the way I feel, so you don't care. So that puts you in a different mode. So it makes forgiveness more of a challenge, because now I'm trying to forgive something that you know for sure have offended me,
'Cause
and you continuously do it.
that's right. Well, you know, the one thing that I heard in that was wonderful communication. So in your relationship, you have to have communication. And so when you have communication and you let that person know what's going on with you and why you do need to forgive them, that's a wonderful step. And then when you do that, and sometimes if you don't have that kind of communication and you don't have forgiveness, that breaks trust. Because when you don't trust somebody, that means you're not forgiving them most of the time. You know, like you that trust has been broke. So you no longer have good communication because you don't trust them and you're holding something against them.
I don't know.
And that happens.
I can express myself. I can express myself pretty well. I think I do a pretty good job at expressing what I feel and
Not
things like
let it
that.
build
Process.
up.
But see, the
Not letting
thing,
it build
the
up.
thing with in my marriage, when we talk to each other about different things, we both are like this. We have to process. We have to process it. And so if I talk to Danny about something, the way I feel about something, or he talks to me about the way he feels about something, we have to process it. Because sometimes you feel like you can talk whatever, you can get everything out right now, and it can be resolved right now. And that's not always true. So some things I have to talk about, say, okay, well, you know what, this, and this, okay, and or he'll say this, and this, whatever, and we have to take time apart and we'll process it. But he always comes back, and we always get to that point to where, you know, okay, when you said this, I want you to know that I heard you. And I want you to know that I understand this, I'm working on this, or whatever it may be. And if we didn't have that communication like I didn't have before, whatever, that would be a huge disaster. But because I'm not finna go off the, like people used to say, off the ziggity boom, and you don't know what's wrong. you definitely know.
Right.
You definitely
You
know
own something
what's
against
going
somebody,
on.
you
Right.
don't even
And so
know
the
what you did.
forgiveness is difficult when you have a person, like I said, you got, because sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's when I want to talk, I feel like that we should talk because I want to talk. And that's not always true, because your mate might not want to talk right then. They might not be in the right mindset right then to talk. But it could be a lot of things or whatever. So just because I want to talk don't mean that we should just stop everything and you should just talk. Some people probably feel that way, but you have to give the other person, let them get there. Because it could be a disaster. They might not be, you know what I'm saying? They may be holding another. So I had to learn that too. My husband taught me that, you know, you don't, if something bothers you, whatever, you have a great day and everything is going great, maybe you have a great day or whatever, and then you want to put the damper on, you want to start stuff and you want to talk about, you know, so like, let's let this day be. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do that. But forgiveness is definitely it has to be a part of your relationship, because guess what? He's going to do something that I don't like and gonna offend me, and I'm gonna do something that he don't like is gonna offend him. It's bound to happen. Cause why? Because we're human, and so I have to look at that. So when you do something to offend me or I offend you, we have to look at it from that angle, whatever. We're at some point in time, and not even intentionally, we're both gonna do something to offend one another. And you have to be open to forgiveness, whatever, because it's something that we don't need between us. It's something that we don't need dividing us, and it's something it absolutely will, because then you'll get the feeling like that. Oh, he against me or not? You know what I'm saying? Then we're not working together. We're working against each other.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, we can't have that. So we got to be unified as we get. You know. We're good for Danny and I. We express ourselves a lot through writing. Like I can express myself very well in writing poems, writing letters,
We're
whatever.
so different.
Yeah, we don't like the average person,
nothing.
but we do love notes and all that type of stuff. But I'm just saying though, different forms of it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, check this out though. for those of you that may be in this situation, if you're with a person that you cannot really communicate with because they want to argue about
That is
everything,
hard.
if they want to argue about everything, you know what I'm saying?
have no-
you need to
yeah.
write. You need to write a letter.
Yeah.
Then he says, if you force someone to talk when they don't want to, they might say something that will truly hurt,
Yeah.
even though they might not truly mean it.
Right.
That's why I said I had to learn that from him.
Right.
That just because I want to
Yeah.
talk don't mean it's
It's a
the
good
time
time
to
to
talk.
talk. Right.
Then I had to learn that because I thought that I want to talk because we talk. Shut everything down. We talking right now.
Right.
But I had to learn that. Like Danny had to teach me that you can't just do that. Like you can't.
The hardest things for me is habitual offenders. Just habitual. Like it keeps coming up, and I got keep forgiving you for the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
In a
No,
relationship, that is the hardest thing for me. So what I try to do, you know me, I'm always trying to figure people out anyways. So I try to find the root of the problem. What is really causing this in our relationship, and how can we solve it? Because what happens is when there's a root, it starts happening in different places, but it's all the same root. But it's a different little problem, but it's all because of the same thing. So if you can find out
That's
what
good.
the real problem is when it's habitual offending, and you don't have to keep forgiving them. Because once you find out the real problem and have forgiveness, and then it's over, and you conquer that. You know, you conquer that giant. And this is going to be something else, though, but it's just good to get that one thing out of the way so then it don't come back up in your relationship. Stop covering things up. Stop trying to make things perfect. In order to have a more perfect relationship, you have to communicate. You have to talk. When you are offended, you have to speak up. You have that voice for a reason. So when you're in a relationship, though, we talked about this last time about do you need to tell that person what they did in order to be forgiven? And if you're in a relationship, you do need to communicate. You cannot be forgiving people and they don't even know why you mad. I think we already talked about that. But
Right.
I done forgave you
Right.
for that 10 times, but you ain't never told me, baby, that I made you mad. You know, what's the point of keeping it all in and forgiving like you a saint? No, you not. Let that man or woman know what they did to offend you. Talk through it. And sometimes, you know, if they're not understanding what you're saying, you have to wait till they're receptacle when they can receive it. Get at that right point. Like Yolanda said something to me today, and I had wanted to tell her something for a while. I won't say what, but I've been wanting to tell her something for a while. And when she said that, I was like, okay, now I can tell you that because you brought it up. It was an open door for me to go in. So then I opened the door and I was able to go in because I was uncomfortable.
Wait for the opportunity. Yes.
Yeah, opportunity.
Yeah, you wait for
so
the
you gotta wait
opportunity,
for the
absolutely.
opportunity, you know, and then, you know, forgiveness can reign in your relationship if you just have communication, trust, love, understanding, and respect.
And really, first before I go any further, I'm gonna say hi to my stepmother that's on here.
Hello.
Hi, mommy. We're relationships people because we're gonna close this out. But what I wanted to say with this, with forgiveness, once you truly forgive, and Tasha hit on I don't know how many times that you have to stop bringing this thing up. Stop taking the person back to the incident. A lot of things that were spoken, I know in my marriage that we like I told you, we're very close. That we can fight each other and all that type of stuff. We don't grab stuff back from back in the, you know what I'm saying? We don't grab stuff back and use it against each other.
Yes.
Okay. And then at some point, like I said, we have to, like I told you, not everybody's path is ours, but we have to, when we talk, we just get, that's a segment for us to talk about. To put the offenses on the table, what's bothering me, what's offending me, whatever it may be. You feel this type of way about something, okay? Before it gets to be a great issue, okay?
Yes.
Don't let it fester up, whatever.
Yes.
Be honest, people.
That's
If
right.
it's something that your mate think that you might like, whatever, you hate it, whatever. I mean, be honest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This creates bigger issues too. And then we set that time, whatever, till we talk about it. That's only for us to talk. Not to resolve the issues, because you know why? Because we have to talk first. That's our first segment. We got to talk about it, put it all on the table.
Yeah.
Then we will have our next time we will come together. Hey, I heard you when you said this, and that, or whatever, you know, and we get the the feelings and the solutions out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we even tell, you know, well, this moment or whatever, I may have been going through this, whatever, struggling with this, whatever, didn't even know how to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? This is why this happened or whatever, but I'm going to change this, and that. I'm going to work on this, and that, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean just because you, because I told you, we told you plenty of times, forgiveness is a process. And so whatever your process may be, you need to figure that out, okay? So we've learned today, you don't push a person to talk when you feel like they want to talk, whatever. If you want to get out your feelings, yes, but don't push them to share theirs. You can get out yours and talk or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? That and sometimes you have to feel know your mate. You know, sometimes you have to feel like that maybe that ain't time for you to pour out yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know your mate. Give them time to talk about your forgiveness, true forgiveness, whatever is letting it go. Not saying it's okay for what they did, because it's not. But you're just saying that you're begging their pardon for the transgression, okay? And it is harder. Sometimes you have to really, you lose some sleep or whatever, and you have to really talk to the Father to help you.
That's right.
But it can be done if you want a lasting relationship, people. Okay, if you giving your relationship, you know, bits and pieces, that's just exactly what you're gonna have. Okay,
right.
You got to put some effort into it. Listen to the other person. Everything you think or I think is not always the right thing and the only thing. Okay,
Right.
because I had to learn that too. Everything that I think, and this ain't the only way. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
You're dealing with a whole nother different person.
Right.
And this is the reason why you attracted that person for a reason, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And somewhere along the way it worked. You know, find that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so that's my take on it.
I'm just feeling like, and I don't know, I feel like some of you are in such dysfunctional relationships that some of the things that we are saying to apply to your relationship at this moment is not even going to work. That's how I feel at this moment. I don't know why, but I feel like you need to stop this dysfunctional relationship, this dysfunctional cycle, whatever it is. You need to stop it, because until you come to a place of peace and calmness, this can't work. So if you guys throwing punches to each other, yelling at each other, you know, mentally abusing each other, you know, one up at each other and all this kind of stuff, that kind of stuff got to cease. You have to have a ceasefire and deal with your situation, because this kind of stuff that we're telling to apply to your relationship, this only works in functional relationships. So if you have a dysfunctional relationship, I'm telling you, you need to just stop this cycle of dysfunction, because someone can get hurt. And I just feel led to say that, because I just feel like some people, they think this is normal, but it's not normal to have all this drama in your relationship. So if you have lots of drama in your relationship, you must go and try to figure out what you should do. If you should stay or go or get some help professionally or from whoever. Because, you know, it can end in bad results. That's all I want to say. I don't know. I just felt like I need to say that.
Yep. Let's look at the red flags, people. As we have been with you for a good 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. Oh, sorry.
We love you guys, but we must end. We thank each and every person for watching. We hope that something that we said will help you, encourage you, inspire you, make you think differently. Some of y'all need to be humble, okay? Humble yourself, okay? And we hope that that you can utilize it somewhere in your life, you know, bits, parts, pieces, a piece, whatever. We thank each and every person that was watching with us today. The new people that we have on that have never watched before, we thank you. It's always a pleasure to I love y'all all, but my stepmother's on here. You know, I gotta give your parents the honor. You know, they take time. Their parents are busy. Thank you, Mom, for watching. You could have been doing anything else with your time, but we thank you for taking out the time to watch IJS. We will be with you on next week, people. We will be with you on next week. We will be doing forgiveness, the last part of forgiveness, part 3. We're going to be doing forgiveness, forgiving God, yourself, and we're talking about church hurt, which I'm going to warn you right now, people. I'm pretty sure that this will probably be a little bit lengthier video on next week, because we know. Trust me, we know. We will be sharing some things. Okay? Love you too, Mommy. And the things that we talk about on this video, you know, it's not a one fits all. Okay, please use wisdom when applying it to your life. And I will be getting back with you this week. We're promoting Have a Ball Planning. Norma Williams is the founder and CEO. I will be promoting her all week on Tasha, me and Nicole Bryce's page, and give you all the information that you possibly need. We love you. Thank you for watching us, and we will see you guys on next week.
5 o'clock.
We're doing 5 o'clock next week, people, and I will post that too to remind you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.